Here's queen. And from the other angle, he doesn't get distracted by all this action and flow with the offensive line. Instead, he tracks this pulling tight end while reading the handoff. He does well to scrape slightly down the line of scrimmage so he doesn't leave a hole between himself and Calais. At the same time, he's avoiding the block by the puller and finishes on the back. From the all-22 angle, watch how he uses his quickness to get past that attempted block. He showed good eye discipline on this rep. This play is a great sign because it's a massive improvement on one of the things I really hoped we'd see more of from Queen in the running game since the last video I did on him in week 1. Here's Queen. What I love here is that he comes downhill fast and commits. No hesitation to fill this gap and meet the puller in the gap. In week 1, he was allowing offensive linemen to come to him in level 2. He avoids this tight end who vaguely tries to chip him. And importantly, when he meets this guard in the hole, he's making the most of his momentum and not slowing down before contact. He disengages and makes the tackle. Love to see that sort of progress. This is a very simple play. Here's Queen. He makes a nice read and shoots this gap. He almost looks like a running back here in the way that he presses towards the line of scrimmage before sticking his foot in the ground and cutting downhill through the hole. He shows nice balance resetting his feet and staying square so that he can finish. This was an opportunistic play, but he gets through the hole and finishes. This is a textbook wink blitz. We've got 7 potential rushers, but only these 5 rush. Two drop from one side of the line of scrimmage to create an overload on the other side. Watch both Ward and Bowser fake rush upfield before they drop. This causes the back to shoot over to the left side of the line to pass protect and pick up Queen because he sees an overload. Here's Queen. By the play design here, he's occupying 3 blockers, but what's impressive is that despite that he still creates the pressure. He shoots the gap before either the guard or tackle can identify that they can block him, and he meets the back in the hole and rips his way past the back for the pressure. If Judon didn't get there first, Queen was getting the sack here. These are all really positive signs, and Queen was flying around the field all day on Sunday. But that's not to say there's no room for improvement, especially in coverage, where his inexperience has been taken advantage of by opposing offenses. This is Queen here. Initially, this is an okay drop into his zone. Maybe you'd like to see him get a little bit more depth. He doesn't chase 82 and lets him go, which is the right decision, but then doesn't recalibrate at all. Notice Humphrey and Fort either side of him checking their zones. But as 83 comes across Queen's zone, he's not checked around him at all and chases 83 out of his zone, which creates this huge hole behind him, which is where the ball ultimately goes. From the other angle, you can see that he's just reading the QB's eyes with no understanding of what's around him. Haskins actually does a good job getting him to bite on 83, which pulls him out of his zone, which opens up that passing lane behind him for him to throw into. Teams understand that they can manipulate Queen right now by giving him a picture and exploiting his inexperience. He's at a disadvantage at his position with the stilted off season. I do expect him to get better at this as the season progresses. Queen himself has said of his struggles.
Sometimes my eyes get me in trouble when I see a little candy floating around.
As he has more time in the league, he's going to understand how the offense is trying to attack him. This is Queen here, singled up in the slot against JD McKissick, and he gets toasted here. McKissick hits him with this stuttered release, and it just freezes Queen in position. Lots of wasted movement from Queen. These tiny little steps aren't really doing anything positive for him. And more concerning, at no point in these 5 yards does he disrupt the route. It's a free release, and that's way too clean, and it's a recipe to get beaten over and over again. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a tough assignment for the 21-year-old, but part of why Queen is so exciting is that he's the better athlete here in this matchup, which is why you hope for more. We're going to see this dichotomy for a while, I think. Flashes of explosion and big playability mixed in with these sorts of rookie mistakes. As Wink said before the season started though, we can live with these sorts of errors as long as he's going at 100 miles an hour. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of Queen so far this season.